Just so pretty interested to see how the results from that come. We'll probably try to catch them at their. What we'll do is we'll take like the best top two records and let them play an exhibition at the end.
Yeah, I'm going to double down with that statement. I'm going to definitely concede and say that Luxray would be #1 in that round robin tournament, and followed. But I'm definitely going to see it is going to be a big toss-up as for who I would say is the runner-up. Both of those play. I mean, Luxray is definitely big in terms of his performance inside the tournament series by a wide margin, but RP4 and DW Styles are both really close in terms of how I evaluate them personally. As for this matchup right here, we got a Poke Trainer versus a King K. Rool. So right now, Poke Trainer on Charizard, two heavy bruisers dishing out damage against each other. So right now, what I'm thinking is that it'd be weighted towards the King K. Rool because, of course, the permanence with that. Because, of course, the permanence with the Charizard. Excuse me, with King K. Rool versus the fact that you be sometimes switching out from Charizard. Because let's face it, right now, I have a personal opinion that the rest of Poke Trainer's Pokemon are not that good against King K. Rool.
Okay.
I would say it's interesting because I think that from what I'm like watching currently, I think that at this scale, definitely, I think that Pokemon Trainer has lots of depth, and what you see at like a higher level is that you'd want to start off with Squirtle or Ivysaur, and in a matchup like this with King K. Rool, you're gonna want lots of movement and a lot of ways to avoid being hit by projectiles and those slow but really damaging attacks that King K. Rool can throw out. And so Squirtle might be your best bet just to get in that large amount of chip damage and combo damage.
However, nice look at that, the crown, how the crown hit stun Squirtle out of his, I think it's his neutral special where he rolls around in a shell.
Yeah, it's the side special, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's what I mean is like, you'll see that King K. Rool definitely has the tools to combat a lot of Squirtle's tools, and as soon as that happens, you'll want to try and switch to Ivysaur and use your own projectiles and your own length. But it looks like Gabi just doesn't have the time. And as we see it, that back air coming out from King K. Rool, like we've seen from Handyman in the past.
Right, the Handyman of past.
Yes. The King K. Rool still haunts us to this day.
It's very interesting too with those forward smashes right there.
Yeah, I think that was more of an anticipation than it was a misinput, because I think that had Gabi walked
forward air.
Yeah, and I think so. What we need to see from Gabi to maybe come back in this next game is I think that they need to maybe be more they need to get a bit more comfortable with movement, as well as just moving around in that like Squirtle form, because it's just so hard to get hit. And then King K. Rool really doesn't have too fast of moves in the air, and Squirtle just kind of thrives there. He has so many good juggle tools. So we are seeing Squirtle.
Yeah. Part of the thing with the Poke Trainer matchup though is how you have to maintain that composure too, because you don't want to get into a situation where your opponent can force you to switch out. So that can derail any matchup. That can derail any match against any other opponent when you're playing as a Pokemon Trainer.
Definitely. That's actually a really good point. Pokemon Trainer...
Nice meteor.
That was great. Pokemon Trainer, essentially, the moment you have to switch off of Squirtle and neutral, if your Squirtle is losing the neutral battle, which is just the grounded fight for that middle center, if you are losing that as Squirtle before you can get damage, then you already may have lost most of the battle that you play as Pokemon Trainer. Because while Squirtle may have weaknesses like with killing, if you aren't racking up that damage to allow Ivysaur to get like a kill or Charizard to get a kill, you're already like fighting an uphill battle. It's because Ivysaur and Charizard essentially act as like those heavy-hitting, like long-ranged moves that Squirtle lacks.
The counter.
Yeah, and what we're seeing here is kind of similar to the game 2, but that was a really good use of Flare Blitz. Although I don't know, high in percent, you're gonna have to stay on Charizard now.
Yeah. That was a brilliant grab.
Yeah, but not much off of it. Only 22%, and already on the last stock again. Squirtle has to do some damage here, I think. And in order to do that, we're gonna have to see more aerials, more of those backers. That side B keeps getting punished by King K. Rool's own crown. And,
oh my goodness, yeah.
There's so much pressure now with those nairs and the. Oh my goodness, I thought that was it.
That was
switching Ivysaur.
That was a very sketchy side special. I wouldn't say that much, but look at. Well,
nice combo.
One thing I'm liking with Horns UP on this King K. Rool is his ability to just punish much of Pokemon trainers engages.
Definitely. It's looking like, ooh.
There's an interesting juggle, but he didn't get anything off the crown.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that too, because like having that crown was honestly more beneficial than throwing it away. Because the crown is, I wonder if Gabi meant to throw out a up air, because that's often something that Ivysaur should go for since the hitbox is just so large. But that's so unfortunate. Essentially what happened there is when Charizard uses Flare Blitz, you can't tech or like roll out of Flare Blitz like once you land after hitting something. You actually have to like just regular get up, and it leaves you very vulnerable here, as we'll see in the replay. Gabi switches right, I think here, and as soon as they use Flare Blitz, Charizard just falls and gets stuck and has nowhere to go on that platform right here. And it's just, what do I do here? He tries to get out of the way and he can't do anything. He's too big.
All right, guys. So now, if you like that
was
replay,
a nice punish.
You'll be sure to catch us right here at IPG_esports on YouTube. This is the perfect place for you guys to catch replays of every bit of tournament info that we have coming up. Thanks to our co-host, Bobby Tornay, better known as Cherry, for archiving a good portion of the Smash Brothers tournaments and whatnot. You guys will be able to see every match that we stream tonight archived right here at IPG_esports. It'll do us a huge favor if you guys subscribe over there and letting us make sure not only we can grow the channel, but also to make sure that we can get rid of that godforsaken ugly URL that they give us. Once again, I want to give a quick shout out to Michael, who I saw he shared that in the Discord over there for DePaul as well. I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah, can you mention that? I literally just went on and shared that Discord. I went on and shared that YouTube channel link on the Discord by saying, everyone subscribe so Kevin Fair can get a custom URL.
Really appreciate that. So
and of course, and then of course the head of our group, the head of the DePaul Sports group said, go ahead and do the same for ours. We want to get rid of that custom URL as well. We want to get our custom URL. Everyone subscribe. Give us our custom URL. We want to hit 100 soon enough.
All right, and as we get ready to hop into the next match, let's go ahead and take a look on the bracket where we're going to be picking up. So, we just got done watching Gabi take on Horns Up. Horns Up going up 2-0 on that one. I think that one's updating now as we speak. Perfect. That one updating just now. We're going to let Swag Flu and Horns Up get their match started right now off stream. But we're going to key in on Angel versus Gargant coming up next. We'll try to take a look into their match. Currently, Titan Killer and Danklink are playing, and we'll let that match versus PJ come up on stream after that one. That's how we got to where we are, guys. Perfect.